What's up, world? Welcome to the Speedy Show, man. Y'all like sports? I like sports. Cool, man. I'm gonna talk about some sports for y'all. Y'all like money? I like money. Bet. We're gonna go win some bets, man. Let's get going, man. Come with me, man. Let's take a trip. Let's get it. Check. Woo. I'm about to cash a check. What else? I'm about to smash the bet. I'm whipping from right to left. Check. I'm about to cash a check. What else? I'm feeling like Busta Rhymes. I think I might break your neck. Pay respect. Check. I'm about to cash a check. What else? I'm about to smash the bet. I'm whipping from right to left. Check. What's up, world? Welcome to episode 6 of the Speedy Show. I'm here with my guys, Rolando J and Jamoy David, at Jamoy David right there. We here to break down Game 5, NBA Finals mainly. We're going to try to touch on just a little bit of NFL at the end. I know we want to talk a little bit of NFL. My guys are both Raiders fans, and I'm a Tampa Bay fan, so we can definitely talk a little bit about our teams. But we're going to go ahead and start this off with the Warriors' 10-point victory, 104-94. They got it done. Game 5 in San Francisco. Steph didn't play well. He went 0 for 9 for 3. It's his first career game his first career playoff game without ever making a 3. It broke all kinds of streaks. All kinds of streaks. He had a multiple, 20-something game streak with multiple threes made. He had made a 3 in 233 straight games. It broke a bunch of streaks, but Golden State was still able to get the dub, mainly behind Wiggins. He had 26, 13 boards. Wiggins was a beast. And Rolando, I think I'm going to go ahead. I want to throw it to you right now. You was the only person that initially had this game called. And you was also calling for some more Warriors to step up, get a dub in the last podcast episode. And Clay was able to get that dub. Wiggins was able to get that dub. So what you think about them able to pull the game off with Steph having a bad one?
It was just like I said. It was just like I said. People that wasn't doing so good in Game 4 stepped up in Game 5. Just being home has a different impact on the game. And, we was waiting for those people to step up. And last night they stepped up. Andrew Wiggins, big game. You know what I'm saying? Just put your team on his back. And, I feel like Steph Curry set the example in Game 4, and he's just waiting on his teammates. I can't keep doing this every game, I'm only human. You know what I'm saying? So everybody else, for him to, have everybody else step up and do things, big pool party, all that. You know what I'm saying? Draymond Green, we was calling them bums on the last episode. That boy even showed up and put, 8 significant points on the board and stuff like that. So it was good to just see the team do what I expected them to do. And, they finally beat Boston twice. And, we're interested on Game 6 going back to Boston, how they going to carry that same energy and put that into the same game.
Yeah, Jamoy, was there anything that you thought about this game? You was kind of locked into a Warriors Game 5 win regardless. It played out that way, but was there anything that really kind of shocked you about this game, or did it pretty much go how you would expect the Game 5 to go in San Francisco?
I was expecting it more or less how it went. I did expect Steph to have a little bit bigger of a game, but given the game flow, being up by 10 almost the whole time, 10 to 12 almost the whole time, he was seeing a lot of double teams, and his teammates was just hitting shots, which is what I was expecting out of coming back home for a Game 5, especially with the series tied. I was expecting Jordan Poole to step up. Wiggins had a huge game, as you mentioned. Gary Payton Jr. had a solid performance. I was expecting the bench players to show up, and they did.
Yeah, I think they did really benefit from home. Boston changed their coverage on Steph. I think that was like the biggest adjustment. They like really stopped playing that drop coverage BS.
Yes.
Which honestly, I think that kind of burnt them. To be like, this might be a crazy take right here, but I think the drop coverage was kind of what was like saving them. Now that I see,
because it would put the pressure on all the other guys wouldn't have open looks at the buckets like they was getting last night.
Well, another thing it did too was it made Steph like have a lot of lanes for him to get in rhythm, but it really kept everybody else like out of rhythm.
Exactly.
They pretty much like had to take what they were getting.
They would get exactly. They wasn't getting open looks, easy lanes like there was last night. Gary Payton Jr. had multiple just easy looks right at the basket. Andrew Wiggins, a lot of his points last night was just,
because they were cutting. Yeah, they were cutting when because they're face guarding Steph now. Instead of playing the drop coverage so they could stop the penetration to the basket, which is what I think they should be trying to stop, though. They should be trying to stop that. They changed it. And if they're gonna shoot that bad, that's not going to work for them. Boston didn't shoot well
all that many times.
They had 18 turnovers again.
Yeah. What I've seen, what I was able to grasp was it was a lot of mismatches. It was a lot of mismatches. There was a lot of people going against each other that never had win against each other in the series. You know what I'm saying? You had Wiggins you're going against White. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of athleticism. You know what I'm saying, compared to, him guarding Steph Curry and stuff like so. They, shout out to Steve Kerr to switch it up and, see what was, that's just good coaching right there. Like I said, that's just good. That's just good experience. You have these different types of players and you sit back and watch a couple of games and you're like, now I know what type, I know what type of player to put on you now. You know what I'm saying? And that's why like Wiggins had a humongous game because he was just, he was going against people that he never went against in the series. So you get to see for the first time how they ball out and stuff like that. And you don't really have any defense for that because you've been guarding the same person for 3 games. So you're used to, you're used to that. So when you switch it up and now you got to guard somebody that you've never guarded before and see how they play is, it's already a mismatch because, they're coming in with, a different type of play skills. So
right.
That's what I was saying. The series goes, it becomes more of a chess match, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
I just want to say I apologize to Andrew Wiggins right now because I was never really a big Andrew Wiggins fan. I was one of those people that was like, oh, he's a bust in Minnesota. He got a bunch of talent, yada, yada, yada. This season, he has really like come into his own. I got to give Steve Kerr and the Warriors organization a lot of credit on that too, because he could have been like Harrison Barnes, but instead, like, he's Andrew Wiggins now. Mm-hmm. And he really defined his career with this playoff series.
Yeah.
Like
he could have been a McGee, but
No, he's Andrew Wiggins now. He's about to be world champion Andrew Wiggins. And I was never really a fan of his. And he really showed me like, man, he has a lot of tools. Just like what you said, man, when White was on him on the defensive end, it's like, stop it. Grant Williams and White combined for 4 points total. They said, no, none of that. Horford had 8. They kept him in. Golden State's none of that extra stuff. You guys going to have to beat us with Tatum, Smart, and Brown. Draymond he was on Brown all night. And Brown, he made a couple of the tough shots, but just like we said about Draymond in Boston, that shit wasn't working tonight in San Francisco for Jaylen Brown. All that crazy shit. He didn't hit one of them exaggerated threes for no reason that he be taking. That's like heat checks. That's what I was. No, go ahead, Jamoy.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just saying, I was just agreeing with you. Yeah, it was just all like down low, easy looks by the bucket was all he was really getting. They were keeping him off a spot.
I think even in game 4, they was making Browns looks tough. Draymond mainly. Yep. They just said, all right, you know what, Draymond? You're not doing that well on offense, so it's no need to really preserve your energy. Let's just have you guard Jaylen Brown. It's not your positional matchup, but let's put you on Jaylen Brown so you don't get as many fouls trying to guard Tatum. Plus, Wiggins' matchup was Tatum. Wiggins is the best perimeter one-on-one defender. I would say Draymond's the best team defender that the Warriors have. Draymond is a better team defender than one-on-one defender. If you put him in one-on-one situations, I think he becomes good to really good. You put him as a team defender, he's a top defender of all time.
Yeah.
I was looking at some of the stats, and last episode we were talking about the missed threes versus Boston's turnovers, which was worse. And pretty much everybody said, like, if Boston's turning the ball over, it's the turnovers. I didn't count how many of the 18 turnovers were live ball. I want to guess a good deal of them, over 60%. I was watching as the game happened. I seen 3 in a row in the third quarter. I literally watched Boston throw 3 bounce passes in a row at the end of the third quarter, like right to Golden State in play. And Golden State actually didn't push it on 2 of the plays. They only pushed it on 1 of the plays. It was Draymond. He had pushed it with tempo, and I even remember Jeff Van Gundy on the telecast saying that there's Draymond. That was the first time in the half he pushed it with tempo like he was doing in Game 4. They hit him with a whole different strategy, and that's going to lead me into something else. I think Boston they put their chance to win even this next Game 6 in Boston ain't questioned. I think to themselves, they weren't playing with confidence like they were. They did in the third quarter. Now, Boston became the NBA's 32nd team. In the third quarter, they flipped the script on the Warriors, but I knew that wouldn't necessarily bode well for Boston because they made the best adjustment of this whole finals was Steve Kerr said, F the third quarter. We need to win the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That third quarter stuff is nice for the regular season. That was our old thing. Our new thing is we need to win the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
because it don't even make sense to win the third if you're not going to win the fourth.
Yes,
we need to win. We need to win the game.
Blowing teams out and then putting teams away, and they don't have to fight. But in the NBA Finals, you know what I mean. You're not going to get that same kind of rollover and just kill me mentality. You know what I mean? Especially against a team like Boston.
Definitely. Reserve your energy, reserve your shots, for the fourth quarter where it counts the most. So, like I said, just experience, you know what I'm saying? Steve Kerr experience and just knowing what it's like, and then dealing with these young guys and stuff like that who necessarily might not know what to do in the finals. You got a young coach, it's just experience out here just doing what it does.
That's why I picked the Warriors, yeah.
Jason Tatum has got to stop turning the ball over. He has 96 turnovers this postseason. It's the most ever in a postseason.
Yeah.
Through 5 games of the NBA Finals, which means like he has games left to play. Like so, unless he has like a near perfect game in Boston, which is hard for me to even imagine with the way he's going to turn the ball over at least 2 or 3 times. That's okay. 6, 5, 6, 7. That's not helping. I don't want to really like put any blame on Jay Tatum. Like I feel like he's catching a lot of disrespectful heat because Kobe is his idol. I had to even catch myself a few times like giggling, like, hey, this the guy that want to be like Kobe. I'm like, here I go. Here I go, wanting to be, I'm being one of them guys. But no, like, I feel like Jason Tatum, he's in his first finals. If we look at some of the greats in their first finals, you see subpar performances. You not like minus Jordan and Magic, basically. Some people just got it. You know what I'm saying?
Some
people just got it. Yeah, there's a few stars that they make that first finals and they just balled out. Some guys, everybody's story is not the same though.
Exactly.
I don't think this is his last finals. If this is his last finals, it's not a good look. But I don't think this is his last finals. So I think people just need to calm down on Jay Tatum. I do say this. you're gonna be texting Kobe and shit. You better win this game 6. Like, I challenge, no, real, like, that's no, hey, that
because
is
Kobe
no,
ain't had any more to text him back. You know what I mean? He's struggling.
Right, he
Yeah.
ain't texting nobody back. Yeah,
Kobe about to hit him with the stop sign emoji, bro.
This-
Kobe already texted him and said, "Go win this next game, sucker."
Right. Get your head in the game. You know, watch the film. You don't need to be texting Kobe. Because Kobe ain't texting back. You know, how you said, win game 6.
That's how you text Kobe, man.
Yeah. Show it through your championship. You know, show it through your ability to win a championship. That's how you really talk to Kobe.
If he is who we think he is, they will win game 6 and he will have a big game. He didn't have a bad game 5. He had 27 points, 10 boards. He was 10 for 20 from the field, 50%, 5 for 9 for 3. He kept Boston in the game. I was telling my brother J Star 606 that Tatum keeps Boston in the game. Period. He keeps them in this finals at all times.
At all. Yeah.
Right when you want to start criticizing him, he gets a big bucket and then 2 and then 3. He's actually shooting like an unreal clip in this NBA finals.
That's what I was gonna say. Like
he's shooting.
He's losing to the Warriors, but he's still playing great. You know what I mean? The turnovers, you want to see him cut them down, but you know what I mean? Like
Golden State's whole defense is formulated around shutting his ass down.
It's just stopping him. Exactly. Jason Tatum, he finished the night with 27 last night. He had 22 points up until he had his first 22 points until with 7 minutes left in the third quarter. So the last quarter and a half, he only scored about 5 points. That's when the Warriors defense shifted and they started putting the double team back on him. You know what I mean? They were forcing him to get the ball out early.
I was just about to say that they start trapping.
Hit a 3-pointer. You know what I mean? I think you saw him hit 2 3-pointers. You saw Al Horford hit another 3-pointer. You saw Jaylen Brown get another look down low in the paint. You know what I mean? So both teams have been making the adjustments, like realizing, like the Warriors have realized they could live with the one-on-one coverage that they have on Jaylen Brown. Which I think if they didn't realize that, and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum start going back and forth with buckets, then this whole series looks different. Like especially after stealing the game in game 1, this series might be over already. You know what I mean? But that one-on-one coverage on Jaylen Brown is really helping. And now that they figured out how they could rotate the double to Jason Tatum while still giving the same coverage to Jaylen Brown down low on that end.
I want to just mention one thing before we start talking about game 6. I get y'all predictions, and then we cover a little bit of NFL to end this episode out. I saw this funny little exchange. I believe it was in the second quarter, but it was with Grant Williams. I got to shout James out on this one too. We was talking about this. So it was a play. I believe it was in the second quarter. Grant Williams got an offensive foul. Like Jordan Poole was holding him, but trying to exaggerate the contact and sell the contact on Jordan Poole, he actually grabbed Jordan Poole's arm and kind of like held him and pulled him back. They called an offensive foul. Immediately, Grant Williams does the challenge. He does the challenge. First of all, it's like, wait, what? He's looking dead at Ime Udoka. I love him as a head coach. This is why. He looks at him. He looks at him. He goes like this. He says, please stop. Please stop.
Oh, God.
That is the funniest shit I have ever seen. As like a fan, my brother pointed out to me because I seen him call for the challenge. And my brother was like, he told him, please stop. I said, yeah, because he called for the challenge. And then he was like, I didn't even see him do that. Yes, he grabbed him, offensive fouled him, and then asked his coach to burn his only coach's challenge of the game.
Right. I know, seriously.
Shout out to Ime. Shout out to Ime for the prayer hand. Please stop.
Please stop.
Please stop.
Please stop.
All right. So it's game 6. TD Garden. ratchet ass Boston fans, man. I'm not gonna change my prediction. I'm gonna leave it at that. Rolando, let me know. We both had it going to 7. I'm scared. I don't want to put faith in Boston, but I'm gonna give them the respect that they've earned of being in the finals and saying I thought they were gonna win this game. Why change? What about you?
No, I'm not changing mine neither. It's definitely going to game 7. I hate to say this, but Boston is in Boston, and Boston might come out with this victory. You know what I'm saying? That's what everyone is expecting. But expect the unexpected, and stuff like that. If the Warriors take it, the Warriors take it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to complain about it. But I definitely think it's going to go to game 7. Tatum's going to have a big game. Brown is possibly going to have, is going to contribute to that. And I feel like all the Boston players that didn't get to show up are going to get a chance to show up. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the officiation of the game is going to be a little bit different. It won't be, people won't be tripping over their own feet. Shout out to Peyton and getting fouled.
That was a slick one. Yeah,
right.
So, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, it's going to be a different environment. And, we just, hoping that Golden State doesn't get blown out, stuff like that. But, yeah, with a different environment, you got to, understand that, everything that you think is a foul might not be a foul to them. So, I'm kind of interested to see how this plays out. And, just from watching previous games and previous series and stuff like that, I feel like, the referees are going to play a big part in this game as well. So,
he's going to play a big game.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Boston handles this. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Jamoy, what about you? These are the games you did not predict to exist. So
yes, so it puts me in a wet spot.
Yeah, you have a clean slate right now.
I guess the question for me would have to be, does game 6 Clay show up? I think game 6 Clay shows up, maybe not to the same magnitude we've been used to. I think he'll have a solid performance. I think Curry has a bounce back game. It'll be a good one. That's a tough pick, but I'm gonna go with the Warriors. I'm going to go with them to close it out. I think they just want it. I think they already know what it's like to drop multiple games that you should have had in the finals. You know what I mean? I mean, this year alone, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I'm pretty sure they closed out two that series on the road. So I think they're ready for it.
They closed Dallas in 5. They close they've only closed 1 on the road.
1 in Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and they shouldn't even have had to go to 6 with that one. They should have realistically.
No,
but
Memphis,
game 6
Memphis
Clay
was my second favorite team going into the postseason out of the West. Warriors were number 1, and then
Memphis.
Honestly, I didn't think Boston would get this far. I was going Miami just because they've been there before. Jimmy Butler is still that guy, but shout out to Boston for really giving it to the Nets in the first round, because now look, like everybody was talking about the Nets and what I mean, they're imploding, they're blah blah blah, but now like Boston beat everybody, you know what I mean? Like they had, up until last night, they were tied with the Warriors. I mean, they still have a chance to go to game 7, so
Right.
We'll see.
It's going to be a close one. I just want to say this. I think Boston has something with Steph having that bad game. I don't think he'll make no threes next game, but I don't think he's going for 30 no more. Unless somehow they lose control of him in game 7. I do think game 6 Clay shows up. I think the deciding factor is if Boston can make an adjustment on Wiggins and not just stopping his scoring, but stopping his defensive rebounding presence. If they can keep him off the glass, they will win game 6. I think it's going to take too much, though. I don't think they'll win game 7 no matter what. I do think they're going to put a Herculean effort together. It's going to be really close the whole time, and they may have to steal it from Golden State. Golden State may be leading coming down the stretch, but I'm going to stick with what I originally said.
Can I ask you one question real quick?
Yeah.
You talk about keeping Wiggins off the defensive board. Maybe it's just me, but have you noticed how many times I feel Al Horford has been put in situations where he's out of position on offense. Like he's like in a pick and pop situation, standing at the top of the 3-point line, which is fine because he'll hit a couple. But like you're
they're asking him to do a lot. I feel like they're asking him to do a lot, and they're trying to utilize his many tools.
Yes,
but
exactly.
At the same time, they're kind of rendering him inefficient at times.
Inefficient, exactly, and giving these
I agree.
opportunities to the Warriors. Yeah, exactly.
But when it hurt the Warriors, it really hurt the Warriors
for sure. But I think the Warriors have made adjustments, but game by game.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is the Speedy Show, and we got to pay a couple bills right now, but we'll be right back. Keep all the receipts. This is the receipt saga, baby. Speedy Show. Forward.
I also think that, like, a way that they could get Horford into rhythm is keep him out on the floor with Robert Williams. I think possibly Horford is also so ineffective because Robert Williams isn't healthy. And like, I know that may not like make sense to some people. Like, how is Al Horford's play affected by somebody else's health? It kind of matters, like, because the spacing is different for Horford when Time Lord's on the floor than opposed to when he's the only big, which Boston did a lot. And I felt like it bailed the Warriors out too, because the Warriors kind of struggle with size. And when you don't make them play on size, it was tough, but they couldn't stop that depth line of with Wiggins carving you up. When you got White on Wiggins, I guess you kind of they had to pick their poison, and Al Horford got taken advantage of because of it. Sorry, Al.
Sorry, Al.
We're going to go ahead and pivot. One time by request, I've had a lot of people asking me, please tell me you're going to cover the NFL. And I'm definitely going to take this time to say, hell yeah. Like, this most definitely, like, football is probably going to be the most conversed topic. I can't say for sure because I just love all sports so much. I even got Stanley Cup prediction for y'all and the best bet for the Stanley Cup. So I'm here for all of the good stuff, but I definitely want to go ahead and touch on the NFL. I have 2 Raiders fans with me, and
you're damn right.
One of the things I wanted to do was break down like every team a little bit before the season starts. Some will be early in the offseason, some will be late. But since we got the Raiders fans on there, I definitely want to hear what y'all think. You got Devontae Adams now. He got paid. Renfro got paid. Carr got paid. Everybody's in the fold in the line. Josh McDaniels. Y'all looking saucy. The division is a beast. But y'all looking real nice coming off the playoff appearance with the best game of the year was probably that game between the Raiders and the Chargers. That was probably the best regular season game that we saw last season. That was a hell of a win. It's a lot to build on, especially after the bull spit that y'all had to go through. So what do y'all think? Let's let Jamoy go ahead and start this one off because I know he been dying to talk some Raiders for a minute.
The AFC West is gonna be a gnarly division this year, but the Raiders, I see us. I mean, really, we have the talent. I think we could win the division this season. I was gonna say it
with your chest. I knew it was coming.
Yeah. I think we really could win the division. I'm curious what happens with Josh McDaniels. We know his resume. He's an established offensive brain around the NFL. You know what I mean? Derek Carr's been solid. People like to hate on him. He's been one of the best quarterbacks every season. I mean, except his first 2 seasons. He finally got his taste of the playoffs last season after getting injured the last time we made it. We lost to the Bengals, who were in the Super Bowl and were actually integral part of that game for most of it. So
Yeah.
I ain't too mad at it. Devontae Adams, we know what he can do. Best receiver in the NFL. One of my 2 favorite receivers in the NFL, definitely. Hunter Renfro, now we're gonna see a lot of single coverage. If you don't single cover him, then we got the beast in the middle. You know what I mean, Darren Waller. So the offense is set up to be really nice. Josh Jacobs is still in the backfield. I liked our draft pick. He's a big body, good change of pace from what we have with Josh Jacobs in the backfield. We'll have a bruiser back there as well.
Mm-hmm.
The pass rush is really good. That's what Gruden wanted to get going in. Handle Mahomes, keep those guys under pressure. Now that we have Justin Herbert, Mahomes, and Russell Wilson, we'll definitely need that.
Don't forget about Mad Max.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The pass rush, Max Crosby. We ain't forgetting about him for sure.
No, I was gonna say his name too.
I want to see how.
You gotta say Mad Max name, bro. That's the man right there, bro.
Yeah, he is. He's a beast. 100%.
Mad Max. Pro Bowl.
I'm a scarred Raiders fan, so I'm hesitant to really be overly eager about our secondary, since we like to give up big plays historically, even though we've had some of the historical greatest secondary players, at least for spots in the seasons in Raiders uniforms.
That's definitely your weak spot, no question.
Yes,
your linebackers are mid to below mid, but your the back half is pretty weak. I think that's how teams gonna attack y'all.
They will. So, and this is a big passing league, and we got 3 studs as quarterbacks in our division. So that's 6 games a year. We'll see what happens. If we don't give up a lot of big plays, if our pass rush can get there in time to make them play underneath and kind of eat up the clock, I think we have enough. We have a Derek Carr leads the NFL in 4th quarter comebacks. You know what I mean? And overtime wins. So. He'll get the job done if we keep
Rolando, what you got for wins, man? Hit me with win and loss predictions.
Raiders. Come on, man. Come on, dude.
They're going 17-0. No, you ain't gotta be good, man. Please don't be like Cowboys fans, man.
We be like Cowboys. We was saying shit when we was mad. We was talking shit when we was saying shit.
Come on, man. You know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? They gonna win the Super Bowl. If we gotta talk about it, we're gonna win the Super Bowl. I just feel like, Devontae Adams thing, and we've just been making big moves. As far as our defense, I would agree with you. As far as the linebackers and stuff, we got Max. We got Mad Max rushing the ball. He's gonna put pressure on teams. So I definitely think we're gonna win the division. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely playoff berth and all that and above, and we're gonna see whoever's there at the Super Bowl. We're just set up. Just set up. So I'm just eager to see the Fresno connection. I'm eager to see, them to be balling out and stuff like that. Devontae Adams is not underneath nobody's thumb. He doesn't, he's going to ball out the way he wants to ball out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Max Cobbs is going to have a big season, coming off a Pro Bowl. So I'm saying, as far as our defense, the trade is not over. So it's the one thing I can say about Chucky is that he was right. A lot of people want to play in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? That is the go-to spot. You know what I'm saying? If he was right about anything, I'm not so sure about them emails or whatever. But, you know what I'm saying? As far as people wanting to play in Las Vegas, he was absolutely right about that. You know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't want to be a Raider? You know what I'm saying? I feel like our team is set up to be, we're just the rebels of the NFL. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you Raider fans, you go to a Raider game prepared to fight, stuff like that. Don't say too much, you might get beat up in the parking lot. You know how we roll. So
the Raiders organization definitely is felony-friendly employer. We can definitely. Safe to say that they definitely give second chances. Second chances are us over there.
Yeah, we believe in that. You know what I'm saying? We believe in that. Switchblades in the shoulder pad. All the above.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see, I'm interested, I know you're a Buccaneers fan, and, we ain't been right since 2002. We ain't been right, but we're going to show y'all who the real Pirates is, I'm eager to see, what the Buccaneers got up there. With the Buccaneers. Speaking of Buccaneers, just go ahead and switch it to you.
I was waiting for the magic words right there. Yes, the two-time I do represent the two-time Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I like to call myself Tampa Bay's first real fan from California. Like I've been a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan since 91, 92. I was a young child. And
I grew up with you. I know how it was.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, all my partners can vouch for me. Like I'm in San Diego, I've been banked before we had a ring. I was like, oh, Tampa Bay gonna win. Like, to be real with you, I showed the Raiders. I respect the Raiders franchise a lot because I felt like they kind of boosted like our whole team. When we won that Super Bowl, we became somebody. Like we didn't even have many fans till we changed our logo. Till we hit the logo change. We didn't even have many fans.
Like,
you know what I mean?
It was like if Cincinnati beat the Rams. It was like one.
Yeah, man, no, that's how we were. We were way bigger underdogs than that. We were way bigger underdogs than that.
Are the Buccaneers? I thought, who the hell are those? And then we found out in 2002 exactly who the fuck they were.
Well, we predicated on defense, and that's still there. Like, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm not gonna back off this all season. And anytime my team has a legit chance to be in the bowl, it's gonna be hard for me to not say this, but I'm telling you legitimately, the entire NFL should fear. I really feel like Tampa's gonna win again this season.
Oh my God!
Of course, it's because of Tom Brady. Wow. It's driven by hashtag unfinished business. The fact that he's come back again to get another ring tells me everything that I needed to know. But it's not just because of him. It's the team around him too. Look at who we have. We not just the weapons on offense. I could start with the front seven. We lost Sue and JPP potentially as of today, the NBA Finals time. We haven't signed those players, but we still got Vita Vea and we signed Akeem Hicks. If he's healthy, that's probably the biggest, strongest interior defensive line in the league right there. Vita Vea and Akeem Hicks. And then the secondaries improved. We were able to bring back way too many people for not having as much cap space. Like, of course, like
NFC is just so deep. Both conferences are deep.
Well, the NFC's got weaker. Think about it. It's really Tampa, the Rams, and Green Bay. Who else is on our level?
I'll still put the Cardinals up there. They had just had a bunch of injuries at the end of the season last year. I think
I'm not sold on them.
I think you see a different team come out this year.
Maybe Dallas. If somebody wants to argue with me, Dallas or Philly could challenge. It's possible.
Dallas is.
What do you think about Minnesota? You think they have a bounce back season? You think they get it together this year? I think they can make a little run.
I would pick Minnesota over the damn Dallas Cowboys any day of the week.
I would too.
I actually think Minnesota is going to win the division over Green Bay this year.
I think they might this year.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they might be the best team.
I think they'll both make the playoffs. Bold. No, I think both teams will make the playoffs, but I do actually think Minnesota is going to win the division. They'll probably have the same record. I wouldn't even be shocked.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
Yes, I like Minnesota. I think Kirk Cousins is solid. But that's kind of like, if that's Tampa's path to the Super Bowl, then it's probably going to be Rams-Tampa rematch. I like my chances. I'm just saying, guys.
Who is Tom Brady going to recruit this time? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to find.
Washed up legend is he going to recruit?
It's not a washed up legend this time. He's going to create. He's going to create a new breakout star. He already recruited him.
He hasn't done that.
I'm going to tell you. I'm glad you guys asked me that question. That's a perfect question. I'm going to tell you who he is.
He's talking about the telephone man.
He already recruited him. He called him on the telephone. He already
Mr. Telephone man.
I don't know.
I'm going to tell you his name. You ready?
He be calling everybody.
I wouldn't put them as my
Russell Gage. Russell Gage is his name.
Nah.
He will start the season as our number 2 wide receiver. Google him. He was.
I know who he is. I've seen
He
him too many
played for
times.
Atlanta.
Played for
but
Atlanta forever.
He's
and
one
didn't
of
do
the
anything ever.
nicest route runners in the entire league. Tom Brady is going to turn him into Julian Edelman.
Whoa,
potential
wait a minute,
Hall of
wait.
Famer.
Time
Still no
out.
Super Bowl. A potential Hall of Famer for one
He
season.
gonna turn
Tom Brady's
him
only gonna
in-
play for 1 or 2 seasons max.
He's
Let's
gonna
get
turn him into
a
Edelman,
Hall-
though?
Yeah, like a
He's
Hall of
gonna turn
Famer.
him
That's a
Edelman?
push.
A bigger, faster
played too much
Edelman with,
Edelman.
with the same route
Mediocre
running
football.
principles.
Yeah, he's a good route runner, but he doesn't get open enough.
Not like Edelman.
He gets a lot of separation.
But he doesn't get
It's-
the ball enough.
We got
I don't know.
to see this.
He's
We got
about to
to
be
see
the
this.
number 2 target in Tampa. He's gonna
By
get the ball
default.
enough.
got-
We'll see. We'll see. I'll
We got
give
to
him. I'll
see
say
this.
at max.
Oh, shout
Is
out
Gronk-
playoff
is-
win.
If he,
Is
at
Gronk
most
coming back?
1,100 yards at
Is
most,
Gronk-
and that's a phenomenal season for him. That's what
coming
that's
back?
what I think.
Yeah.
That's my
If
prediction.
Russell Gage gets 1,100 yards with offense with Fournette, Godwin,
That's what I'm saying. That's
Evan,
an amazing season for him.
it's
That's
going to be
most I would give him.
Gronkowski.
Nah,
He's coming
Gronk
back.
has- yeah, but he has to stay on the field. Gronk is.
He's going to be there for at least 11 games. We don't need him during the regular season. He still had 800 yards last year. Stop.
Godwin is.
What-
Godwin had a big
he's
injury
still-
last
What
year.
about Antonio?
We got to see.
Y'all gonna bring
Godwin,
Brown back?
Antonio Brown.
No,
you
that's
mean-
Russell Gage now. That's what I'm
Don't
saying.
break-
Yes,
not-
but
so
but that's a
You're done,
loss. That's a
y'all
downgrade
done with Brown.
from Antonio
Y'all
Brown
done
to
with
Russell
Brown.
Gage. I don't see it.
Y'all done with Brown?
Watch what
Brown
I
is a
tell you
dynamic-
guys. Russell
Brown is a
Gage.
dynamic player.
They done with Brown. Come on.
Y'all gonna be like, yeah, Antonio Brown. Yeah.
Raiders.
What happened? I mean, we tried to get Antonio Brown. He took our money and left.
Bruh.
I mean,
That's
So
what
I
made
was
me
just-
so mad. We would have
No,
been so
we
good if
needed
had
him for the Super
But now
Bowl.
we have-
I'll take it.
now we
I'll
have
take
Adams.
it. I'll take it. It happened.
But I mean,
We-
contract problems.
You had a
you
time
know,
for the Super Bowl.
coaching, and
It was going to be hard for us
He
to go
just-
back to back last year after all them injuries. It wasn't just his fault, but boy, did he really. If we would have beat the Rams if we had him, no.
Yeah, that's that possibility. When you got
Maybe.
a good receiver like that, I mean, Antonio Brown is one hell of a receiver. So,
Yeah.
what he did with the
He
Steelers,
is.
what he did, he's just
Yeah,
one
he
of
is.
those
Hall of
guys.
Famer.
It's like,
Shit, Hall of Famer.
definitely,
Yes,
most
some of
definitely.
the
And it's just like
some of the
see
highest
him,
receiving totals per in a
see
season.
him,
Twice.
go like the TO route. You know what I'm saying? The Ocho Cinco route. You know what I'm saying? The you know what I'm saying? Like he just took it. And it's like you got to question the organization. Like, what is really going on there? People getting their money if they got players, star players at that acting like that. Now I can see if a rookie did it or somebody we didn't really know, but you got your star receiver taking off his shoulder pads and Chuck and saying he's done with this. Like that says a whole lot to the organization. You know what I'm saying?
I'm all about the Buck hate
yeah,
for sure,
yeah.
but I mean, come on, it's Antonio Brown. It happens everywhere he goes.
One of my most embarrassing moments as a Buccaneers fan was watching the clip of that because I took a nap during that game. It's Bucks versus Jets. I woke up hot because we were down. I took a nap during that game. I'm like, where's AB?
Right. I thought AB was quitting because you know what I'm saying y'all was losing to the Jets.
That's what I thought too.
That
Yeah.
would make me take my shoulder pads off the
Right.
Damn, y'all niggas suck. Get out of here. You guys, what the hell? Then you don't got me playing? That's why
Right.
y'all losing. But
Yeah.
when we get into the story, we got more background on it and stuff like that. I'm just, worried about the Buccaneers organization and bringing Tom Brady back. Is Tom Brady taking pay cuts so he could play again, or his
He's
contract
still under
is-
the same contract. We didn't even have to. He actually did restructure it. He did.
Right.
Saved us like $7 million early in the offseason. He didn't sign an extension, so he's an unrestricted free agent that we cannot franchise tag. He has a clause in his contract that we cannot franchise tag him. So if he wants to go buy Miami next season or whatever, he can do whatever, or go to Fox. He can do. He's free. But I would love for him to come back another year as long as he wants. I don't care. I'll keep him till he plays bad. I don't care as a Bucks fan. And Bucks fans, you should feel the same.
That's never gonna happen. That's
Yeah.
never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen. This boy is drinking from the fountain of youth. I don't know what the hell's going on. Tom Brady.
I'm not
when he
complaining.
got there, when he got to the Buccaneers, I thought like, oh yeah, we about to see how old this nigga really is. You know what I'm saying? Son of a
Still
bitch.
young.
Like, this nigga,
Nah,
this
he had too many
motherfucker.
weapons going in,
And then it's like
he's seen
it was
so
like-
much in the NFL.
Yeah, it's like he's retired. We're like, oh, good, everyone's clapping it up and shit. Then it's like he watches somebody's film and he's like, you know what?
Everyone?
I'm not.
I was damn near
I'm not
crying.
I'm not done. I was talking to his wife and stuff. He's like, guess what? Guess what? I woke up this morning and I think I'm playing another season. Like, what the hell are you doing? This boy's going on 50 years old. I'm telling you, this.
He robbed the MVP last year. What you saying?
No, he did not.
I don't understand.
Oh man,
I don't understand. We talking
Aaron
about Tom
Rodgers
Brady
definitely
all day.
deserved the MVP last year. Come on, man. That man had 48 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. That's insane.
Man,
5 interceptions for a season is already crazy. You put 48 touchdowns on top of it. Come on, brother. And
with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and we gotta wrap up episode 6 of the Speedy Show because this is gonna be 3 hours.
You're right. I know.
Get into this MVP debate. This is gonna be
stick around for the NFL. Stick around for the NFL episode. It's going down. We coming down with the same energy. You know what I'm saying?
As soon as the NBA finals are over, we're gonna start diving into NFL, fantasy football, all of the above.
I'm already hyped. With it, less than 100 days away from the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Games getting started. I'm on the countdown. You know what I'm saying? We're coming with the same. We're coming with, if not more, energy because NFL is definitely one of my big. What I like to talk about. We can go on for days. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So I'm very excited.
Before we head out of here, for my hockey guys, I'm gonna give y'all my best bet, and I'm gonna tell y'all what GOAT's best bet is for the hockey series. Yes, we talk about hockey. Brothers like hockey low key. Nah, but I'm going Bolton 6 plus 600. Put it down. Tampa gonna win their 3rd straight Stanley Cup. They're gonna bring that good mojo back to the city of Tampa Bay. So gear us up for one more, the last ride off into the galaxy.
Tampa Bay got a hockey team too.
No, but I'm going Bolton 6. GOAT's got Abs in 5. Those are our Stanley Cup best bets.
Who won the last one?
The Bolts are back-to-back winners. Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yep.
Okay.
So they're modern day dynasty. I think they've won 11 straight playoff series.
Yeah, they're probably gonna win the next one.
I'm banking on it, but they're actually the underdogs this year. The Avalanche are good. They swept into the Stanley Cup Finals. They're no joke. It's not gonna be no easy play. They're no joke. It definitely should be a good Stanley Cup. All right, y'all. We're gonna holler at y'all on the next episode. Follow my boy at Jamoy David. Follow the Speedy Show presented by Fan TV, Facebook, YouTube, at Speedy La Aqua. That's on Instagram. And Rolando will be putting his socials up. He in the cut right now. He's like, y'all will see him when y'all see me. And y'all
yeah. Update y'all on future social media and all that other things and stuff like that. But like Antonio Brown said.
Yeah, and AB, if you want to come on here and cuss me out, man, we'll let her have you on, bro. I still funk with you. You just fucked my team over, bro. I'm sorry.
Same.
Fuck are y'all doing?
Yeah, let's go. Hey, what's up, y'all? Speedy La Aqua right here. I am the host of the Speedy Show, live all the time on YouTube. I'd like for you guys to please like and subscribe. This is my bro, JStar606 on TikTok. And we bringing y'all the hottest sports content coming out right now. And we're on a goal to get to 100 subscribers. And we're just asking for everybody to help us out. So like and subscribe, The Speedy Show, presented by Fan TV on YouTube. Thank you. Let's get it. Hey, I'd like to thank you all for watching The Speedy Show right now. And this show is completely brought to you by you.
the people who support me. So I'd like to thank you all right now. And for all of you who would like to show support, please send any donations to hashtag Speedy Show. That's $, Speedy Show. I appreciate all you guys. Much love. Big things coming in the future. Fan TV. I like to give a little shout out to the whole team, all the contributors to the Speedy Show. And we not stopping, baby. We gonna keep going forward.